Kundalini energy stuck in the head. Today, in this video, I will explain to you what it means that Kundalini energy is stuck in the head and how you can be free from Kundalini awakening, processing, and the energy that remains stuck in your chakras and energy channels in the head region. Be attentive to the techniques that I will teach you to be free from your stuckness, and also try to implement it the way I am showing you, and you will find immediate relief from the energy stuckness, and you will be feeling the stillness that comes with this energetic blockage clearance, and you will be in flow after doing whatever I teach in this video. What does it mean that Kundalini energy is stuck in the head? So, in order to understand the stuckness, you know there are 3 chakras and 1 integration point in your head region, primarily for Kundalini energy to process the downloads of cosmic energy. The first chakra, I will take the head region from the neck region, because all the energies that get stuck in this region is actually felt by you. So the throat chakra is somewhere here. When you close your eyes and with your 3 fingers you touch here, suddenly you feel vibration of energy in this point near your vocal cord, and you can actually sense that vibration here in your throat region. The second point is the point of third eye in the head region, and between your eyebrows, this point is the region of third eye, and you can feel, if you touch with your thumb or your finger here, then also you can feel the vibration in the third eye. Again, the third point is the crown chakra, which is located here at your crown, somewhere in this region, at the center of your head and skull. So this point is the point of crown chakra, and you can feel the vibration when you touch here. And the point of Bindu, this is the point at the back of my head or your head. This point is the point of Bindu at the back. Simply, if you locate the point of third eye to the point corresponding at the back of your head, that is the Bindu point. Now, all these points, why did I explain all these points? It is because in this region, Kundalini gets downloaded from the cosmic universe into your body, so that it can get integrated into your system, and then it can process for your karma clearance at different chakras in the lower spine to the other 5 chakras: root chakra, sacral chakra, solar plexus, heart chakra, and throat chakra as well. So you must understand that if Kundalini is getting downloaded in you, it is for a bigger purpose. During your spiritual awakening journey, Kundalini remains stuck in this region, and you feel overwhelmed by it, because at the same time you are experiencing some physical symptoms and the energetic symptoms of mental clutter, brain fog, memory loss, loss of cognitive function, and many more things. So this is what it means that Kundalini energy is stuck in the head and you feel all these disturbances. So the next thing I will explain in the next topic. Common causes of blockages in the head. The common cause of blockages in the head is your ego identification or personality identification with your lower energies, fear, anxiety, depression. All this come to you because you are not ready for the spiritual awakening process and the journey which Kundalini brings. You are resisting the process. You are identified with some roles. Your ego is formed from the limited self, and these create lot of continuous and obsessive thoughts in your mind about the future fears and the desires which you see as remaining unfulfilled in your present time. Your ego is resisting the process of this Kundalini awakening journey, and it does not want to be free from the transformation that energy is bringing. So the resistance causes this problem of energetic disturbance, and also the energy of Kundalini is of electrified nature. It is kind of lightning, volcanic eruption and electrified energy which runs in your nervous system, in your brain region, in your auric field, and that is too much overwhelming for your physical body because the brain doesn't know this alien energy which is coming from the cosmos. So, in order to get free from these blockages, you have to apply some techniques immediately whenever you feel that there is too much of energy in your head region and you are not able to process that energy. So keep this in mind that you need to process that energy. There is no need to fear anymore about these cosmic downloads. You just need to process it. Once you process it, you will be free from it. And these are all energetic. So the techniques which I will teach you will help you immediately. All right. Signs and symptoms of Kundalini stuck in the head region. There are different signs, like physical symptoms could be in the form of dizziness, in the form of sleepy state, or in the form of memory loss, brain fog, and unable to process information, whatever is going on in the environment. You may feel disconnected, disoriented from your physical space. You can have loss of spatial awareness. You may become unconscious during this period of dizziness and energetic stuckness. The mental symptoms could be in the form of thoughts, too much of thoughts about past, future, all the wrongdoings, mistakes you have committed, many more realizations about yourself, your life, or the realization about other people who have done some wrong to you, or you have committed any good or bad deeds. Every thought, random thoughts that keep on creating a matrix of or a cobweb kind of condition, and you are stuck. You're stuck there. You cannot just let it go. You feel that all the energy of the consciousness, all the energy of the attention in you is getting stuck in the mind, and you cannot connect to yourself as consciousness at that point of time. The emotional signs and symptoms could be in the form of too much of fear, anxiety, insecurity, and you are feeling that sometimes you feel that you are a mental patient. You are having some psychosis kind of condition. The people around you, they also cannot see you as a sane person, a normal human being, and they feel that you are having some kind of psychological problem, bipolar disorder, multiple sclerosis, dementia, Alzheimer. All these things are true, but not from the medical perspective. These are energetic problems that you face, and you feel that life is stuck at this point of time. So whenever you feel these kind of signs and symptoms, you are experiencing due to Kundalini, that is the point you should apply the techniques that I will teach you, and you will find the relief immediately. Whenever you feel that Kundalini energy is stuck in the head and you feel that blocked energies are disturbing me, then the first step to be free from it is to do the technique. I will teach you in step-by-step process, and do this technique. You will be relieved immediately at that point of time. The immediate thing is the tapping technique that I will teach you. For example, there is too much of cluttering of energies. The first thing is that start tapping. This is called tapping. You need to tap all the parts of your head. Start from the face, from the forehead, cheeks, throat, this throat region completely, the shoulder part and head part from different directions, and do it for 10 to 15 minutes continuously, and tap all the energies that is in your stuck in your energy field. And you can also tap the upper part of the body, so that whatever is stuck in the energy field, you will be free from it. So this is instant relief technique of the energetic stuckness in the head. The second thing or technique you can apply is to exhale completely with a blow from your mouth all the stale air that remains stuck in your energy field, and particularly in your head region. And how to do that? Just you inhale slowly and then exhale completely with a blow from your mouth like this. When you are blowing, this complete exhalation should happen. Your belly should go inside, it should deflate, and all the air should move out. Like you are blowing a balloon, and it should be like this. Do this for 10 to 20 minutes continuously. You can do this in reverse counting of 100. For example, you are blowing, you can do it slow like this. Up to 10 to 15 seconds or 20 seconds of exhalation, or you can do it little faster based on how much stuckness is there. If the stuckness is too much, then you must blow it immediately like this. But if you feel that you need to do it slowly because there is congestion in your lungs or belly region too much, you cannot do it fast, then do it slowly like this. So these two techniques will help you immediately get rid of the energy stuckness. But at the same time, you must understand that it is not a one-time process. Till your Kundalini awakening is going on and it is continuing, there will be many moments of such energy stuckness whenever there is downloads of energy in the crown chakra, third eye, throat chakra, in your bindu and your other chakras, or the ascension of energy, Kundalini energy, towards this chakra. Both ways you will have this overwhelming energetic stuckness, and you need to do it continuously. That is why I suggest to practice it more and more and become and make it your neural pathway. Teach your brain this new technique by doing it again and again by continuous repetition. At least you should do it for 30 days so that your brain learns this new technique of managing the energy. When your brain understands how to manage this energy, then according to intensity, you can increase the speed quality, timing, and you will be able to be free from this energy by applying these techniques. The two techniques that I taught you in the previous section are for getting immediate relief from the energy stuckness in the head. But this is not that you can do 24/7. You have to process Kundalini energy through other techniques as well. And grounding is one of the techniques that will help you to reduce the impact of electrified Kundalini energy from your energy channels. So for grounding, the regular things that I suggest to my students, and it helps them a lot, is connecting with nature, going in the open space when there is sunlight, where there is nature, trees, 5 elements of nature: water, air, space, sunlight, jungle, jungle which is less man-made and more natural. An ancient jungle is more appropriate for grounding this energy. So you can apply the techniques of like hugging trees, sleeping on the grass, remaining in that environment of natural Kundalini energy. You will be able to connect with the natural Kundalini energy. Kundalini energy is everywhere. Energy is everywhere. Life energy is everywhere. It is in you. It is in nature. But when you remain stuck in the room, all the negative energies that you are processing during your Kundalini, that also remains stuck in the room. That is why go out in open air and let the cosmic flow of prana infuse in your energy channels. And if you are close to a place which is an energy vortex, it will help you more. If you are in the Himalayas or in any mountain region, then that is the best place to ground your Kundalini energy, because the divine energies of the cosmic universe, the Kundalini itself, is in high quality vibration at these places, and this will help you a lot to ground Kundalini energy. At the same time, you can do child pose. I will show you this child pose, how to do it, and you can apply that and do it for 10 to 15 minutes, and you will be able to process Kundalini in a more balanced way. Brain fog will go immediately and you will feel refreshed after doing child pose. I will teach you how to do child pose. For child pose, you need to first sit in Vajrasana like this with your legs folded. You can see. You can put your toes like this, feet like this, and you just need to be here in this pose. And after that, you can come little back at this position. After that, you need to bend your spine from here and go down, and do it slowly because your body may not be that much flexible. So do it slowly and try to pull your hands in front and try to put your head like this and be comfortable. You may come closer also and be like this, like a baby in the womb, and lie down in this position for 10 to 15 minutes. And there are variations also in this pose. I will show you. This is the first stage or first pose. The second variation is you can do like this. Spread your hands in front and head also in front. This is the second variation. You can also remain in this pose for 5 to 10 minutes. And then the third variation is this one. Your hands should be at the back. So these three poses you can do 10 minutes each. and you will feel that your brain fog has gone, your brain is functioning well, all the oxygen and the prana supply in the brain has improved, and you will feel that relief. So do it for getting free from the energy stuckness in the head. This is Kundalini Yoga that I teach during my Kundalini Yoga sessions and the projects. You can also lie down in Shavasana, and that will also help you a lot to process Kundalini energy and balance the energy throughout your energy channel, that will not remain stuck in your only head region. It will get channeled throughout your body, and you will be able to feel the difference after doing 30 minutes of Savasana. And for that, you don't need to delay the process. Whenever you feel the stuckness is too much, just lie down in Savasana for 10 to 15 minutes or 30 minutes and let it go. Surrender completely, let the energy process on its own, and you don't apply your mind to process Kundalini. The energy knows, she is intelligent enough to make you balanced. The stuckness is due to blockages in the energy channels, due to your karmas, due to your resistance of ego. So let Kundalini decide how to clear it. You don't decide it. You just let it go. You just let it happen. Surrender, and you can see the difference immediately after lying down, that the energy is getting down from your head and it is moving in your entire body like river flowing in your energy channels in a balanced and not in an electrified way like electricity. The next and the last thing, after doing all the techniques, the breath work, child pose that I have taught you, the last thing is to lie down in Shavasana. How to do that? You need to first sit in this position like this and slowly lie down as if you are sleeping. Do not put any pillow or anything under your head. You just need to be on the floor or a yoga mat like this, something like this, and you just need to lie down. So be comfortable and lie down. Spread your legs and spread your arms and close your eyes. Do not put anything under your head, and feel the energy movement going down from your head and moving in your entire body like river flowing in the river basin. And you need to just do belly breathing in a rhythmic way. Focus your attention on your third eye, and that is all you need to do during this entire process. You need to do this for 30 minutes at least, and just surrender completely as if you have surrendered yourself to the universe and the universe is taking care of you. This 30 minutes of Shavasana has the potential to relax you, to activate your vagus nerve, to activate your parasympathetic breathing, and also to activate your Sushumna. So don't think much about the complex techniques of yoga or something else when you're going through the energetic stuckness in the head. At that time, this will help you the most, and rest other things I have discussed in this video, so follow that. Having applied all these techniques, all the grounding techniques and the breath work that I have taught you, your attitude towards Kundalini is also equally important. You should understand that Kundalini is not a one-time event. It is the lifetime of events. It has taken Kundalini millions of births to awaken in you in this birth to be free. So it will not happen in one day, 1 hour or a week. If you are going through spiritual awakening and if you are going through Kundalini awakening, then you must understand that it will take at least a few years or maybe a decade for entire Kundalini awakening to complete its journey. So you must maintain your patience, you must surrender to the energy, and also the acceptance of the truth that you have created all the wrong karmas and also created some good karmas in your past lives. And due to that, Kundalini has awakened in you to complete and burn all the karmas and the karmic blockages and set you free. Kundalini itself is the soul which wants to set free from this cycle of birth and death. And if you are with Kundalini, one with it, you will be free. The consciousness, the Kundalini energy, both the sides of the same witnessing consciousness. Consciousness is the witnessing element of the same energy, and energy or Kundalini is the Shakti, the energy of life, the energy of flow, the energy of abundance, the energy of intelligence. All these things are part of you. You are that. So if you want to realize yourself as pure Shakti, as pure Kundalini, then you need to have patience and be with it. Though you are knowing everything about Kundalini, about spirituality, about your condition, still you will be needing professional help. It is not possible for you to process Kundalini on your own. So for that, you need a guru, a Kundalini guru who can free you from your symptoms, your signs, and you can take shelter under the tree of the guru, means under the guidance of the guru. If you need my help, I am Siddhaguru Sanju, who has the highest spiritual powers, clairvoyant power being the most prominent one, through which you know where is your Kundalini. I diagnose your Kundalini. I am the only person in the world who can diagnose your Kundalini, where she is, what is the next step, what is your future, what was your past karmas. So all this professional help you can take from me, and for that all the other details are mentioned in the description. You can connect to our team, and rest all our team will guide you for the same. Don't waste your time, don't waste your life if you are going through Kundalini and you don't know what to do with it. Because there is no facility or professional help available in the world to diagnose your Kundalini and to help you with any of your symptoms. You can take the consulting diagnosis first, and thereafter you can join the projects through which you will be able to process your Kundalini from Kundalini awakening till Kundalini completion, of Kundalini reaching the crown chakra, especially when you are experiencing with energetic blockages in your head. This means possibly Kundalini is in your crown chakra and you are soon going to be free, enlightened. So don't waste your time, because at this level it will be very difficult for you to do anything. So you must understand that I am here to help you, and you should take that help by working on yourself, by investing in yourself. I will share with you a recent case, many cases. When Kundalini gets stuck in the head, what happens? The ego, the strength of the ego becomes more mighty, and the challenges of Kundalini getting stuck in the head becomes more difficult. All the time, the journey of Kundalini becomes challenging, and the ego's resistance becomes the most difficult one. At this point, I help my students, I give them energy transmission, I give you the Shakti path, the powerful energy transmission through which they get transformed and through which you will get transformed. My powers, along with the sadhanas, the customized sadhanas that I give you during the projects, and your commitment towards freedom. If you take the actions, you get results immediately. So, most of my students who are in the crown chakra, I tell them many techniques. Some of the case studies involves going to the mountains. If they are in India, I tell them to go to the Himalayas. They go there, they do the sadhana and get free from it. When I am in the Himalayas, I call my students to do the sadhana there and take the energy transmission from me and get free. And after that, there is post-enlightenment sadhana involved. For that, we have created different projects. For the enlightenment phase is the freedom project. There is post-enlightenment sadhana through the power project. And once you get power, during your post-enlightenment sadhana, you get the opportunity to go to the next stage. That is the flow. What to do with these powers, how to express as an enlightened being. This comes in the flow project. So all these projects and the cases of my students are here in front of you. If you are joining the project, you will see the differences. It happens immediately. If you are stuck in your life for decades in your spiritual awakening journey and nothing is happening in your life, then once you come in contact with me, the flow of energy, the flow of divine Shakti energy starts from the moment you connect to me. And rest all is a process. So my sincere advice and suggestion to you is, don't delay the process of enlightenment, because this is not it. This is not the end of it. Drop your ego. Surrender to the Guru, come to me through the consulting, through the online projects, and be free. You have this life given to be free. If you don't get free in this life, there are many more births to come and it may take again millions of years to be free. Ego is the resistance to this process, and if you are experiencing these blockages in your head region, then you should not delay the process, because the world will consider you mad and you will suffer a lot. Nobody is going to understand your situation, be your parents, spouse, family members, friends, colleagues, or anyone in the world. They are going to send you to mental hospital and they are going to declare you as a person with lunatic mind, whose sense of intellect has gone completely. And this has been the case with most of my students. When they come with bipolar, multiple sclerosis, Alzheimer, dementia, loss of memory completely, brain fog of the highest order, and they are clueless, lost, loneliness, depression, anxiety, and so many other symptoms they come up with. But after coming here, they come to their home. I raise their consciousness, I make them connected to themselves, brain fog goes away, your brain starts working, and many more things. So, all this is for now. Have a great day. Stay blessed. Bye-bye.